Greetings, fellow Terrans. Miki here with our 26th episode for the Brutal Academy Let's Play. And starting this episode, I'm going to be skipping over more things. We're at the point where I'm basically just continuing to expand on Earth, and I'm not really doing anything new. I'm going to pick off all of these European countries and Russia at some point. And if I do something major, I'll talk about it. I'll stop and talk about it, but I'm not going to stop every single mission phase. And in space, well, I'm at the point where I can basically win my defense fleets, and I'm starting to pick off alien stations. I'm going to be building fusion stuff pretty soon too. So when a major event happens in space, I'll bring it up. But again, I'm starting to hit the tipping point where you start winning, and you just have to wait many years in game as you destroy the aliens. And the space is big. And it takes a while for things to move around. And of course, I will also, if there's major research decisions, which will be happening in about 20 days when these two are completing, then I'll of course pause as well. But otherwise, expect more longer cuts. You know, I'm unifying in Switzerland, so I'm going to save a lot of control point capacity there, and I'll probably go after maybe Austria or Romania or Sweden to replace that control point capacity. Otherwise, doing some interesting things, and I'll see you all when the next thing happens, which should be next month with some research decisions. Alright, so I finished deuterium tritium fusion, which will let me get to the Z-pinch fusion reactor. That's going to be my fusion drive that I'll use for this playthrough. There's like 3 or 4 ones that'll all work, so I'm just picking one. And I'm going to continue because I'd really prefer to get the higher tier Z-pinch fusion stuff sooner rather than later. So I'm going to go for deuterium because Z-pinch fusion 2 is the goal there. Oh, and it coincidentally ended up on May 1st. That's just how it worked. So I'll be back after in a few days once Mind Machine finishes, and I talk about what I'm going to do for the next tech there. So Mind Machine complete. This will get you to cyborging, which is the tier 3 upgrades that you pay money for. And so there's a couple things I could get here. I will need this to get one of the later fusion global techs. Rest of these ones are not important. Don't really need that. I don't think there's anything that even blocks. Just gonna find it. Yeah. So what I do want to get is Arrival Governance. That will help me get the tier 3 admin module, which I need Arrival Culture. I need Arrival Security. Other nice ones to get up, the Integrated Space Earth Economy. Not really for what it gives you, because research universities are take a very long time to build and are pretty expensive. You get more research, but you also get paid an extra mission control. So I'm going to go for Arrival Culture and Arrival Security, so I can go for Arrival Governance. In these other two ones, while I focus more on the drives, I basically have everything I need for weapons besides phasers, which this will allow me to unlock. So I'm kind of going to get phasers here, I'm going to get fusion drives here, and I'm going to go for some of the economy techs that I'm still lacking in the middle. So rival security, which will happen quite quickly. I'm going to get Z-Pinch Fusion Reactor 1 pretty fast. And I might try picking up this Triton drive. It's going to be a temporary drive, but it might allow me to like build fleets out in Pluto and then send them into the solar system, and I can finish the game faster, at least on my end. Oh, and then here's the cyborging right there, so that's going to be a favorite. That would be a favorite if they had alien operatives, but they don't. And I'll be back after, again, something else happens, which will probably be in June when I have some ships arriving and a new asteroid to attack. I just wanted to show one trick I'm doing here. So arrival security is pretty low in terms of research you need to do. It's only 10,000. We're pretty late in the game. So the Protectorate is piling everything in because they're trying to snipe it from me. Well, I am letting them think they can get away with it, and I'm monitoring this very closely, and then I'll just crank up, go back to that once they have paid for a bunch of this 10,000. So I can, finish this attack quickly. It's gonna end next month, and I don't have to pay for all 10,000. I only have to, maybe only have to pay like 6,000-7,000 of it instead of 8,000-9,000. It'll save me a little bit of science. That's the idea. And they're trying to snipe, so I have to monitor this closely, make sure they don't do it. And I'll again be back a little bit when a few things happen in June. All right, so quick update now before I actually have this complete. So I didn't actually need to monitor this too carefully because I had a random event that gave me a bunch of science. So I pushed well ahead of Protectorate, but Protectorate and Exodus actually pushed this along pretty nicely. I'm actually less than 50% of the total research so far. Just do the assignments. And these will finish in just a minute. Oh my gosh. He's trying to take my good orgs again. No. You didn't have anything good last mission phase. You don't have anything good this time. Yeah, there's a couple of fleets in Earth orbit, or were.
Offering assistance.
Oh, okay, you ran away.
Offering assistance. I will help them.
Well, I'll queue up a hit on that in a bit once it's available. Let's see here. Grab fusion
They will now serve us.
Grab some random orgs. In just a second.
The human brain can store the equivalent of 2.5 petabytes of information.
Yeah, okay. So I can now get phasers, which will give me better point defense, and then I can get UV phasers on my laser offensive ships. That they do cost exotics, but I have 280 stockpiled, so I am going to have plenty of materials to build a bunch of fleets. So I'll go for lasers, and also this gives me advanced laser engine, which I do want to, and coil Mark III, which also costs the exotics, but I would want that as well. I don't care about that. And rival security is now going to complete this.
The senators demand that we deploy rifle companies to...
Yeah. Okay. And so then I need a rival culture. I will switch off to military science just to spread out my things a bit. Okay, that doesn't... I'm not really running oppression very much. That would be nice. Just so people don't blow up my boost. Oh yeah, my boost is pretty bad now. I had a bunch of things complete, including lots of hospitals. That's my money is doing amazing. Ooh, nice. Yeah, ferrocite emitter. That gives you more persuasion as a cybernetic implant. Grab that. Okay. And this is, well, not a very big fleet, actually. But we've arrived on Bettina. Bettina isn't well defended, so we're just going to go in and destroy their station. Boom. And whatever's over there at Orcus, that small squadron, if they run, they run. If they decide to do anything hostile, I'll get an alert. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so their 3 ships are not docked here, so they're not defending it. All right, let's start the battle. Make a wall so people are closer to what they're actually trying to hit. I'm gonna increase the speed. You should disengage, of course. Don't want you destroyed. And well, they don't have very many stations. You know, I think I'll have the AI just take over. They should be fine because all it's doing is just destroying these. I hope. I really hope. And hopefully, I mean, the AI should be better at targeting and not wasting shots. And compared to me, you gotta be kidding me! You're already getting. They got a lucky shot on the radiator, so Hypatia is just getting smacked really badly. Oh. Good news is we've already got a station down. But yeah, they got lasers and plasma, so like they'll do damage. Yeah, both taking some hits too. It'll be a while to repair these things, but it's okay. I'm the one who's playing that, not you. So I have to wait for the repairs to finish, but I'll be skipping forward to those things from now on. And yeah, we're just steadily ripping them apart. I should be taking less damage because they're going to be really busy trying to deal with these siege coils. Only the plasma is going to be hitting me, which plasma will eventually kill you, but it takes a long time. Yeah, this one's about to die. And these ones are already yellow. So yeah, success. No ship destroyed. I will have to build a temporary supply base to repair these ships so they can destroy the mine here, but we destroyed another alien station. Speed this up. Destroy the hab. Even got some salvage. And yeah, we don't want the construction module. Actually, fusion does 40. So there's actually a bit of an optimization here where I can do fusion pile. And 2 space docks. And I don't have to pay for the extra power source because I only need 1 power module for both of the space docks. Sadly, I can't fit a 3rd one on, but you know, oh well. Okay. And then a month from now, I can start repairing. I can't really force these guys to fight me. They have got, 50 MG acceleration. I have like 2 MG acceleration on these Helicon ships, so they're not going to be able to do anything to me there. But yeah, we have successfully kind of seized control of the orbitals in Patina, and eventually, we will be able to destroy the base. And again, we're also waiting on repairs over here. It's going to be until like October. But pretty good. So I'll be back. Might be a little while until I'm back. There's not a lot that's going to happen for the next few months, I hope. Unless I like build a new fusion powered fleet with the Zeta Triton. I'll talk about that maybe next month. We'll see. Well, I might be losing my position in Pongu. I messed up and didn't realize there was a pretty beefy battle cruiser coming. A lot of armor. A lot of mid armor too. Gee. And I only have an escort and a monitor to defend. I don't think that's enough. Although all it has is a regular point defense turret, so like with auto resolve I might win. I'm not sure. Let's see what it does. Okay. It's gonna sit there. Oh, it ran away. Okay, well, false alarm. I think they could have actually won. It would have been a close fight. And then I lose 4 mines. Not super important. I mean, I lose some volatile and water income. There's a lot of water income, but I have a lot. But false alarm. Be back again when things are happening. All right, so we've got a big fleet here in Pluto that is bombarding. They have a mothership, a Titan, but I outnumbered them by a lot. So let's go stop them.
Lending my expertise.
And done. At home, and I don't. Yeah, they did not destroy anything. Great. Okay. I'll be back next month when one of my expeditionary fleets finishes its repair work. All right, so I'm moving in on Russia. I need to do the Crackdown Purge combo in order to successfully pull this off. Crackdown resolves before Purge.
Laying the groundwork.
So now Adrika has near perfect chance of purging the oligarch point. And well, one day these guys are going to be ready, so let's resupply them and head over there. There's a ship. It is disabled, so let's first destroy that. Just auto-resolve, there's no point. And hey, 4.8 exotics. Pretty nice, right? Let's head back. Briefly resupply. We'll head down to low Atalante orbit. Just double check no one is coming anytime soon. There is someone coming, but it's in November. A lot of torpedoes. Not much else. And Kawar has a big fleet coming too. Okay, yeah, so we're fine. Head down to a low orbit. You're at 8,000. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing that one until it's at 10,000. At least. Okay. And I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna do low bombardment to try and get more damage out of my green lasers. So here we go. And yeah, there's already stuff coming offline because I destroyed some modules. Okay, fusion platform can grab fusion outpost, I guess. I'm not going for energy because I'm already double dipping. Oh, we lost a commanding officer. Shoot. But we got the station. Not a lot of damage, even though we lost an officer. Sadly, it was an officer that saved us mission control.
Our people have taken control.
And we have Russia. Well, 1 point. But it's the oligarchs, so we kind of have a lot of control over Russia, right? Let's push. Yeah, mostly mission control. And with 1 point in, it should be it's a lot easier. Are my armies going in the right places? Yes. Okay. So if you look, there is no penalty. Easier if I do this. There's no penalty for rivals, even though Russia has a bunch of rival to US, rival to European Union. So that was like a 3-point penalty. Once you have a point, the rivalry doesn't matter anymore. Like it just goes away. I'm still gonna have to do the crackdowns though, because 30% isn't that great.
At your service.
And oh my gosh, Chad had another revolt. Like Chad's been just having revolts like every month. Yeah, warfare disasters. It's just like in massive guerrilla warfare and just rest value of 10. So like it ticks back up to 10 and revolution. Okay. Oh, that's not very high. Oh yeah, that's not going to work too well because they've got 20% public opinion. So that gives them 2.8 defense. So I need Chiangkai to push it more, and it'll get me more public opinion, get them less public opinion. Oh, although they're pushing unity now. Thankfully, Russia doesn't really have, I'm going to move my 2 armies off of their home base. That's going to reduce our IP by another 1, which hurts Exodus much more than it hurts me, and it hurts the unity part is the big thing. Yeah, let's do a little bit of environment too. It's pretty bad. Okay. So I'll stop the part here. And next month our other expeditionary force repairs, so we'll have more ships heading out. Okay, so arrival culture complete, and that means I can get arrival governance. I'm a little tight on boost income production right now. I built a lot of space hospitals, and controlling more nations is one way to get more boost. So grab that. Yeah, tier 3 influence generation. That's good. That's good. That's good. And okay, so they are ready. Someone is coming in a month. Now, if they pull up to here and destroy the station, oh well. Don't really care. So, let's find another target. So they do have Espacio. What's their defenses looking like? Incredibly strong. Okay. Asp. They have Lomia, they have Ursula, and Alethea. Lomia would be 28 weeks. I already have someone on Bettina. And Alethea would be 16 weeks. Very lightly defended. Okay. Let's go to Alethea and wipe out another alien station and base. And no, not you. You're going to finish repairing on the 2nd, so I'll be back probably about then for another bombardment. I'm actually also moving on to Taiwan. Taiwan has a lot of boost. It's not that expensive, and I have tons of projects that are going to add more mission control that just unlocked thanks to arrival culture. There's 20 from that one, 10 from loyalty training, 10 from instruments of soft power, so plenty of room for another country, and this will not bring me back to positive, but it will help me. Okay, so let's confirm. I'm doing the Crackdown Purge combo because I don't have public opinion, and Chiang-Kai is pushing public opinion here against their unity. Yeah, they're building bases out in the outer solar system.
It is a miracle of engineering and physics.
Now deuterium done.
But
okay. So the deuterium helium would get me up to fusion reactor 3 for Z-Pinch. So yeah. Go for that. Keep rushing it. And there's Z-Pinch 2 and the next level of drive. The Z-Pinch 1 and 1 drive is it's better than Helicon, but not that much better. And I wouldn't be able to build something with 300 Delta V to do extended operations out in the Kuiper Belt and stuff like that. So I didn't bother with it. We are finished repairing. So let's target these guys. And they're willing to fight. Okay. I thought they might run. I'm a little concerned about auto-resolve causing problems. So I'll run this, but I'll run this off screen because it's a easy fight. So be right back. Okay. So one ship got clear, or was able to flank me and was gonna like attack my support ship. So I accepted their attempt to retreat. They were, even though they accepted the engagement from the very beginning of that fight, they wanted to run. Which, like, why'd you accept the fight? Anyways, just wait until they. And we're gonna head back to repair. Shouldn't take too long, I hope. Just a couple days. Yeah, I'll probably just wait.
Council.
Okay, so we finished quantum battery. There's debris. 50 science is like a joke. And these are way more efficient than management research, so I'm gonna just dump management research. No, I don't like triple dipping, but I'm going to do it and prioritize the reactor. Just take just a couple months to finish that, and then I'll try out the drive too. See if it is sufficient. Yeah, keep going on that. Critical success. That doesn't matter. Unity will fix it.
Neutralize their key people.
Wonderful. We're gonna get Taiwan. Okay, so resupply. Great. Okay. And that last ship that survived ran. Okay, so we're gonna just undock them. And low bombardment. We'll take some damage, but we will destroy the space. At least we should. Yep. We got him. Some damage, but nothing too bad. And that's another base we have removed. So in December, we will... Oh good, we got battery farms. So in December, we will have these repaired, and we can move on to something else. Probably Lomia or Ursula, one of those two. And I assume I'm thinking Aspasia probably the one I attack last, probably with both fleets at once, just to make sure I have enough force, because they have a lot of ships there, unless they mess up and don't defend that asteroid very well. Anyways, be back in just a little bit with some more fleet operations. Okay, so my expeditionary force is prepared, and Lomia is only 11 weeks away, so we'll be there in just 2 months, 2.5 months. And then we'll proceed with the usual tactics of destroying their station, repairing, and then bombarding their base. Making great progress in removing everything from the asteroid belt. Oh. Sure. Whatever.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
And the aliens are sending... Not that. Not that one either. Where is it? There we go. Finally found it. So they're sending a counselor. This transport. I can't really. Well, that's 38. Well, I can't really intercept them. Just don't have the Delta V for it. So I'm gonna have some work for my counselors to do when they crash that counselor onto the planet. Anyways, I'll be back in a little bit when the next thing happens. Right, so I have completed the second Z-Pinch drive, and it's a huge improvement. Enough that I can build a upgrade on my battle cruiser. I can actually make it work pretty well for Lancers too, but Lancers take a lot longer to build, and I'm going to be advancing my my drives and my weapons pretty soon, so I don't think it's really worth waiting so long for the Lancers to come out. I have maximum armor on the front, so now I have an ultraviolet arc laser because I don't have phasers yet. I'm up to a dusty plasma, which is one of the best endgame radiators. Reduces the weight. Yeah, it's 1.7 tons. If I was using tin droplet, that would double. Right, so it's 1.7. That's 3.8. Much worse. Down to the cheapest battery possible, although this won't matter when we move over to the new patch. And only 25 propellant tanks. Its thrust is kind of low, but its KPS is amazing. And it's only going to get better. So this is going to be my laser version. And now I'm going to build a coil version. Where's the siege? There's siege. This one's going to cost exotics, but I don't build as many of them. Not a big deal. And again, I'll do a laser defense. Targeting computer, heatsink, and boost my point defense some more. And this will have a little bit less Delta V because the coil is going to be heavier, but this is the end game siege coil. Cost me some exotics, but I've got plenty. I'm only going to build about about 5 or so of these. And this will be my associate provost for coil. Save that. And I will also build an assistant provost because there's like so many different titles in admin. And this guy is going to have salvage bay, flag bridge, an outpost, fusion platform. That's all I need. Radiator battery. I need about 350. That should be good. Going from extreme Earth orbit to Jupiter actually only takes 13 weeks. And again, this is an undefended ship, so it's going to be a transport. Remember to set it as a non-combat or it'll be stuck in your battle line and get blown up. I have learned that through experience, as some of you might know if you've watched the previous playthrough. So I'll build one of these with each fleet, so I have the 20% discount on mission control, and I have a resupply, some additional salvage too. Might as well. Okay. So those are ready. I could build these out in the Kuiper belt. I don't really have the room for more mission control to do that, so I'm not going to. I'll just build a attack fleet on Earth. So let's say 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 and 10 as a ratio there. Then I need an assistant. Where are you? Assistant Provost. And that's going to cost me 50 mission control. Well, I wouldn't mind 2, I think. Yes, let's build 2. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll build another assistant provost. Now it says I'm going to use another 100 mission control for this. That's an overestimate. It's going to be 20% less. So it's going to be more like 80, which is still, granted, quite a bit. They're not going to be done until 200 days from now for most of these, which means I just need to go build a couple more stations and build a ton of op centers, as well as get more mission control down on Earth, although I'm kind of stretching the limits here. I do have Russia. I am working on getting, this is going to be 6 more with Taiwan. Definitely going to grab you too, which will get me another 3. So like, there's more I'll be grabbing as I take the last stuff in Europe and start taking stuff in Asia. But I definitely need to build some stations, which I'll do off screen. I've already built some, I'll build some more. Right, let's keep going. I
will help them.
Well, for instance, we have a big fight here in Kuwar. Yeah, they're going to start bombarding. They're a pretty big fleet, so they think they're safe. We have a fleet that's more than double their size. It is not going to go well for them. And they got lots of these cruisers and stuff, but engage, auto resolve. My defense ship took some damage, but it didn't matter. And I got 13 exotics back, so I spent 30, I think, building those 2 fleets of battle cruisers. I just gained 30% of that in this one fight here. Also, like, first officer, I suspect I can find you. I just saved in mission control, right? Because first officer. Oh no, sorry, wrong one. I thought it was commander. But you go repair, and it's like a cut here until, well, we have someone arriving in February for another big battle in Romania, and I think that will be the end of the episode. So be right back in just a little bit. Okay. I was going to come back a little bit later, but I have this amazing event. This is a positive research event. You get 4,000 science, some influence, and 2,000 less science, not really worth it. Oh, some ops and some science. This stuff scales with the how long it's been since the game started. 39,000 money. I'm going to spend it all on upgrading my counselors with the tier 3 augments from the cyborg type stuff. But holy moly, that's a lot of money. So I can just go in and say, all right, Chankai, well, you don't need admin, but like investigation, yes. Guardian Angel, yes. Stealth, sure. Let's skip the Parasite Emitter, that doesn't really help me. Command, yeah. I can just keep doing that for all of them. It's quite good. Investigation, so on. So let's definitely want that one. So I'll do that off screen, but I just want to show that event because that's a huge increase in money. So, don't just immediately pick the science there. I'm happy to pay 1,000 science to get my counselors all those upgrades and make them safer. I don't want one of them to be assassinated. Very bad. Okay, again, be back in just a few weeks. Rise in Alethea orbit. I have just 8 ships. Let's go destroy the station. Oh, the ships ran away. Well, that's perfectly fine. Let's start the battle. We'll do tight high wall. You run away. You guys go on auto as well, I guess. Don't think I'll need to command this directly. They should be able to handle it themselves. I'd love to get some, like, commanders to reduce mission control costs. Alright, they're firing. We are firing back. Yep, I see the lasers coming in. Excellent. And with our siege boils approaching, now their lasers are doing nothing. All they're doing is hitting us with plasma. Plasma takes a long time to really do anything. Yeah, they're overkilling, fortunately. But I would overkill too. So, oh well. Hopefully he doesn't die. Armor's at 68%. It's not horrible. But we are ripping through them. They're not going to have much damage output as each one falls. 2 more. And already yellow. Awesome. And easy victory. Plenty of repair work needed. But that's not a problem. So, just destroy it. Oh, Mexico has nuclear weapons. Okay. Alright. Concerning. And, well, we haven't quite destroyed the station yet because the mission phase is blocking us. But I think this is a good place to end with a nuclear weapons test down here, South America. That seems bad. We will... it'll be tough to crack them out, but we'll probably get into Mexico at some point too, once I finish eating more valuable countries. And next episode, we will probably have those fusion drive battle cruisers ready to continue attacks. I'm not sure what I'll do with them. I might attack Jupiter, might attack more asteroid bases. we'll see. We'll see. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please comment, like, and or subscribe so others can find this video too. And I'll see you all next time.